Hi everybody, welcome to the AP Prep information session. We are so happy that you are joining us tonight to learn about your child's options for grade 9. My name is Michelle Leake and I teach the AP Prep students in Geography and English in their first semester of school. With me tonight as well is Mark Newell. He's working behind the scenes to make sure our event runs smoothly. Mark teaches science in our building and often teaches the grade 10 AP Prep science course, as well as teaching senior chemistry and biology. Please feel free to ask questions as we work through our program tonight. You can post them to the chat and we will take 10 minutes or so at the end of our program to answer your questions. Before we explore AP Prep, I did want to take a moment to address the importance of the decision you are making in the next few months. It is challenging in these times to remember that school can be more than academics and safety rules for COVID-19, but even in our current circumstances, schools differ in tone, values, and how they support students. I am here to share with you what makes LCVI a family, as well as an excellent academic institution. LCVI is known in Limestone for its diversity. In addition to having the most diverse student body in the city, we offer the full range of academic programming and diversity in our extracurricular opportunities. This makes us a true composite school where your children can interact with students from many different circumstances and countries. AP Prep is a 2-year program which prepares students to be successful in advanced placement courses that are offered in grade 11 and 12. There is an AP session at 8 p.m. tonight after this one ends, which I recommend attending so you have all the information you need to make your decision. As a brief overview, Advanced Placement, or AP, is an American enrichment program whereby students, after taking a course, write an exam. The exams are scored on a scale of 1 to 5, with a level 4 or 5 awarding the student the equivalent university credit. In AP, students can take as few or as many AP credits as they choose, based on interest or university entrance needs. We are very used to the word cohort these days, and it applies here too. In this case, it means your child will be scheduled into classes with other AP Prep students for 5 of their 8 required subjects, in order to have the benefit of an enriched learning experience. In grade 10, they are together for 4 subjects, unless they opt to continue with French, in which case that course tends to be their cohort 2. As you can also see, we offer all the possible electives, in addition to the required healthy active living, which is their phys ed credit. Our lunchtime credit program is unique in the board, where students can attend an optional music credit every other day during lunch for the whole school year. Taking a lunch credit earns students an extra credit in grade 9, so 9 credits by the end of their first year of high school instead of the regular 8. This allows students to have some flexibility to reach ahead in grade 10 to take a grade 11 credit, or maybe to take an extra elective to lighten their academic workload. If you have questions about our lunchtime programming, please feel free to post them to the chat. So what you see in front of you is an example of a grade 9 timetable. As you can see, in semester 1, your child will take English and geography with me. And just so you also know, in every course in AP Prep, the teacher is a subject specialist who has experience teaching students in enrichment programs. Several of our teachers have master's degrees. Others come to teaching after private and public sector experience in their areas of expertise. So as you can see, they would have English and geography first semester, followed by their phys ed credit and an elective, and then mathematics and science in second semester with French and another elective taking place in the afternoon. And then of course you can still see the concert band or choir as an optional credit at lunchtime. Cohorting your children for 2 subjects with the same teacher in their first semester of grade 9 allows us to replicate the elementary model in terms of supporting their transition into secondary school. There are a lot of new things to navigate at the start of grade 9. New classmates, a new building, a new structure to the day, even how assessment happens and how marks are determined, not to mention how an exam works when that time arrives. Having one teacher who can guide your children through all of these firsts can help students feel more comfortable more quickly. As that teacher, it is also my priority to be the connection to home as well, so that you, as parents, can email me about anything that is concerning you about your students' academics or their transition into secondary school. I also provide pretty regular updates by email so that parents are in the loop about summatives and exams. The focus of our AP Prep program allows for rich cross-curricular learning. Integrating courses makes room for extension activities. We can go deeper into the content and skills in both geography and English. For example, students this year learned technical writing and geography, which made room in English to do both creative writing and literary analysis. In English, students explored novels, short stories, and personal narratives from diverse voices to extend their anti-racism learning from geography. In all AP Prep courses, the focus is on critical thinking and problem solving, skills that are required beyond school and university into the workplace. The intent of this program is to enrich and extend your child's learning experience. In addition to extension activities in science and math in second semester, in first semester students participate in field studies. These are not just field trips. I would describe them more like field work. Often the purpose is data collection and analysis. I'm going to go through a few examples with you now. This was our trip a year ago to Rock Dunder, a unique geological feature near Jones Falls. From this vantage point, you can see the Great Lakes St. Lawrence lowlands, which is one of the landform regions students learn about in geography. They are standing on the Canadian Shield, another landform region. They did have fun, them probably more than me, as I tried to wrangle 25 grade 9s away from the edge. In non-COVID times, we try to take every grade 9 student to Camp Iowa overnight in September as a community building activity. We are a family here at LC, and this is the place where our grade 9s learn from more senior students what it means to be a part of this school community. It is truly a highlight of the year. The other two images you can see are two field studies we did, one to the Kingston and Area Recycling Center. The other was a neighborhood tour where we went to 4 different neighborhoods, hopped off the bus, and students gathered data about sustainable initiatives in each neighborhood based on urban planning decisions and location and proximity to amenities. So that's the kind of learning that we do in the program. Finally, this is my dream field study. A trip to Stratford to see some Shakespeare, followed by an introduction to a small business owned by friends of mine, hopefully with a factory tour and some samples. And on the way home, a stop at a museum to learn the truth about residential schools. All of this is possible if we are given the green light next fall. I wanted to finish by sharing how we approach learning in this program so that you understand our philosophy on education here at LCVI. Students come into grade 9 very worried about their marks. I often hear questions like, "What do you want me to write?" Or "How long do you want my answer to be?" These questions, as I'm sure you understand, show that a student is trying to give the teacher exactly what they think the teacher wants in order to achieve the biggest number on the assignment. But as I'm sure you also understand, that is not real learning, and it won't stand up in senior grades or at university when students need to be able to think for themselves. As a result, in grade 9 and 10, your students will be challenged to think about their learning, to think about the problem put in front of them, to think about the feedback they've received and how they can use it to improve, and to understand that good learning happens when they show their thinking, not from regurgitating answers in order to achieve a 4+. This will better prepare them for success in life and in AP, which is rigorous in both content and skills. Students will find themselves in new, unfamiliar academic territory. This will be hard for them, but they will always have lots of support from their teachers to navigate courses where the answers aren't always easy or evident. In addition, as students work through hard things, it builds confidence in themselves as learners, and isn't that what we want for all of our children? Our AP Prep program also helps students learn to take risks with learning and push themselves to extend their thinking. Ultimately, these skills are what allow our students at LC to be highly recognized in mathematics competitions and with university entrance awards and scholarships. In the last 3 years, LC students have won the Queen's Chancellor Scholarship, the Loran Scholarship, and the University of Toronto National Scholarship, the last two both valued at $100,000. These large scholarships are usually not mark-based, but look at the whole student in terms of their leadership, athletics, arts, and community involvement. By choosing AP at LC, your child will be able to choose AP courses in areas that are of interest to them, while still leaving time for extracurricular athletics, arts, leadership, and community activities. At LC, we foster the whole child. We build a very caring community which inspires students to get involved, not just in athletics and clubs, but in endeavors that support people in the wider community. Most recently, our Cook's Internship Focus Program has launched a partnership with Lionhearts Inc., a grassroots organization that provides free, healthy takeaway meals in neighborhoods at pop-up locations in Kingston and the surrounding area. Students in the Focus Program are helping to prepare hundreds of pounds of food each week to be served to people in need in our city. These are the types of leaders we are trying to develop at LCVI. I really hope you and your child feel like LCVI is a good fit for your family. We would love to have you in our school community. So that is the end of the formal part of my presentation. So if we do have time, about 10 minutes, to take some questions. So Mr. Newell, if there's anything that anybody wants to know, I can certainly address it.
There's one question, what is the workload like in the AP program? How does it compare to the IB program?
So I won't speak directly about AP, but here's the biggest difference from my understanding, between AP and IB. Because students can choose which courses they take at the AP level, they do not have to take a full complement of 10 or 12 AP courses. They can just do AP Calculus if that's where their interests lie or where their university direction is heading. So because they get to pick and choose which courses they take, that allows them to better manage their workload. And so they then have the opportunity to explore other areas of their learning outside of their academics. As far as AP Prep goes, we are trying to build skills that will allow them to be successful in grade 11 and grade 12. I don't really ever assign homework that is not necessary. Most of the homework I assign is learning that they do to then come back to class and discuss or analyze further with their classmates. So I don't just assign busy work, but I think that it is still rigorous, and that students from this year's program and last year's program would say that they were pretty busy at certain times within the course. Yeah. Hopefully that helps answer your question about workload.
So I have a question, what's the ratio of kids who get into the program and kids who don't?
It depends every year on our application base. So I know that there are over 100 families on our session tonight watching this, and usually we have about that many applicants, maybe sort of between 70 and 100 every year. And unfortunately, we have 32 spots in AP Prep. We also have 32 spots in our academic arts program, and there's a workshop running for that right now as well. And so it is based on learning skills and academics, but also the student themselves. So it really just depends on the year and how many people apply.
So the next question is, how does AP help me at university? Does it help in certain regions? Does it help in certain type of courses such as medical?
Okay, so this I can for sure answer, and I would really recommend that you go and attend the AP session that starts at 8 o'clock. So in Canada, universities treat those AP credits a little bit differently depending on where you go. You must achieve a 4 or a 5 in Canada in order for that exam to be recognized as a university credit. At Queen's is very good about using those as transfer credits and exempting students from first year courses. So one of our students, Josh Boyd, who won an academic scholarship to Queen's, a former student of LCVI, he took many AP courses and was able to use 4 of his AP credits to basically jump almost into second year courses fully in his first year at Queen's. So Queen's does a really good job of recognizing those credits. I think if you go to McGill, they will use it as a transfer credit, maybe not as a full exemption. But here's the benefit of it anyway. Even if you can't use it as an exemption or as an actual credit for first year university, what it does is it teaches our students in grade 11 and 12 about rigor, about working hard, and about developing their skills, so that let's say you get a 4 or a 5 on your AP calculus, but you still want to take your first year AP or your first year calculus course. All the students that do that from LC are acing that course. They're getting 90s in their first year calculus course because AP prepared them so well. I hope that helps.
Okay, so after AP prep, would I have to apply for AP again? No,
so basically, because it's a course by course option for students, you finish the 2 years in AP prep, and then depending on which pathway you're taking in terms of going to university or going to college or what discipline you're looking to enter into at university, your students would select their course, their courses, their AP credits, based on what they need to take from the Ontario curriculum in order to get into university. So you can take 1, 2, 3, I think we offer 4 or 5 different AP credits. You can take them all, or you can take just one, but you don't have to apply into that part of the program. You just sign up for the course and you're in and you take it. The decision comes later on in the course as to whether you write the exam or not. Okay.
Does being in challenge help get into AP prep?
Help you get in? It doesn't hurt, because often students from challenge have lots of good work ethic. Learning skills for students coming out of challenge are almost always goods and excellence, and that is something we really highly prioritize, is who you are as a learner and how hard you're willing to work. But there isn't a priority placed on students from the challenge program. We really believe in an equitable application field so that students from all over the board, from any program, have the same chance to get into the building. But I will say that many, like 2/3 typically of the students in grade 9 AP prep come from a challenge program.
So is AP equivalent to SAT for a student who might move to the US?
So I don't actually have an answer to that, and I think you could probably ask that question in the AP session. But what I do know is this is an American program, and American universities are very used to deciding how to handle these credits. In fact, in the States, to get a credit equivalency, you only have to get a 3, a 4, or a 5 on the exam. So Canadian universities have a higher standard for that, but it doesn't replace the SATs. I'm sure you still have to write SATs for entrance into universities in the States. It just might be that your AP courses here will help you be ready to write that SAT. That's okay.
What are some examples of the electives that students can take?
Okay, so electives in grade 9, we have business tech, which basically teaches you how to use computer software to make presentations. We have in regular years, so not right now because of COVID, but in regular years, we have instrumental music and choir, which are offered at lunchtime. We have So the manufacturing, we have construction, woodworking. We sometimes offer mechanics, sort of car mechanics, drama. I'm trying to remember what other ones. Oh, art, of course. Lots of art.
Comtech.
And Comtech. Yeah, so I would say there's probably 7 or 8 different courses that your students can choose from in choosing their electives in grade 9, and they really only get 2 to choose in grade 9 because of all the required courses that they have to take.
So is it possible to skip an AP prep course if the student feels they excel in that particular subject?
So AP prep courses are all required. So they are Ontario curriculum courses and are all required for graduation. So for example, when I'm talking about the 5 AP prep courses out of 8, those are all graduation requirements anyway. And so the difference is that we stream the AP kids, we shelter them into a course together with each other, but we also run that same course minus the extension activities as a 1D, a grade 9 academic course for students not in the AP program. So there isn't really an option to skip if you are accepted into the program. For many reasons, you are timetabled in with your peers in your cohort to take all of your 5 subjects together. And that's because you have to take them anyway, but it also allows us to help you build a beneficial learning community of like-minded learners who are interested in extending themselves.
Okay.
Lots of questions. It's really great.
Yeah, really great questions, actually. Can we apply for pre-AP grade 10 if not selected for grade 9? Yes,
we do always, depending on class sizes. So if we have 32 students who are in grade 9 AP Prep, who all want to move on to grade 10 AP Prep, then we struggle to make space in the program. We might be able to go up as high as 32 or 33 or 34 students. But if we have room, we are always considering students who weren't in the AP Prep program in grade 9 to see if we can move them into it in grade 10, provided your grade 9 year has gone well, you've done well and gotten excellent marks, and your learning skills are all excellence or goods. Okay.
Okay. Does LCVI offer core or AP computer science?
Yes, I'm going to defer that one. It really does depend on the year because we timetable courses based on student interest. So you have to have a certain number of students interested in a course for it to run. We typically have not run AP computer science, but sometimes we run the Ontario curriculum course itself. Okay.
So my son is in the Atlas program at Calvin Park School. What are his chances to get into the AP Prep?
His chances are just as good as anybody else's. It depends completely on work ethic, learning skills, your application process. There are things that we are going to ask you to do as part of your application process. We have typically done an interview, but obviously this year that's not going to be possible. So we are still figuring out how that interview process or how that application process is going to work. But every student has an equal chance through the application process to be accepted into the program.
Okay, so I answered one. Do the students then take all the same 5 AP courses, but can choose whether to write the AP exam? Yes, that's correct.
Right, so at the grade 11 or 12 level, there are no AP exams in grade 9 or grade 10. But yes, if you've taken an AP course, let's say you take AP statistics in grade 11, along as part of your statistics course, that's the Ontario curriculum, you take an AP statistics course. It is your choice at the end of the course whether you write that exam or not. We really love kids to write those exams, and actually we have a very high success rate for all the exams that students do write from LC. So we always encourage you to write the exam, because why wouldn't you when you've done all of that work and all of that learning, and you stand a chance of getting a 4 or 5 on it. but it is student choice with encouragement from staff.
Okay, so last question, do you have to have a strong background in computer science to do well in the course?
Okay, in grade 9, in geography and English, we use a lot of technology, but certainly I teach it all to students. You do not have to come in with a strong computer science background in order to be successful in grade 9 and grade 10 in AP Prep. Obviously, computer skills are always beneficial, but I'm totally willing and happy to teach the skills that you need. We use it most often in geography because it is sort of a technology-based discipline these days.
What other schools besides LCVI offer AP?
I think Frontenac might offer one AP course, and I think Bay Ridge offers one AP course. LCVI offers, I think, 4 or 5, depending on the teacher and the year. In the past, we have offered AP Statistics, AP Calculus, AP English Literature. There's another AP English that is offered, not the literature one, but it's going to come to me. Just give me a second. We have offered AP Biology. We typically currently offer AP Physics and have in the past offered AP Chemistry too. Some of our students who were very keen and successful also took the AP Environmental Science course through self-study, which is when you do all the work yourself. It's not part of an Ontario curriculum course, but obviously got support from teachers in doing that as well. So that's quite a list, 7 or 8 courses for sure, that get offered various years in this building.
What types of clubs and extracurricular activities does the AP program offer?
Well, I mean, everything that we offer in the school is available to all students, but typically where our AP students, our AP Prep students land is in our leadership clubs. So for example, HOSA is a science-based sort of medical field type of club, and it's very structured and very organized. DECA is more of on the business side, so those both run in the building. Usually our AP Prep students, by the time they get to grade 11, sign up to take the leadership course where they learn their leadership skills and run all of the leadership events for LC through that course. So we are expecting and hoping and guiding our AP Prep students to be the leaders in our school as they mature and get older and start to be willing to take on that role in the building. That does not exclude other students from leadership positions. It just tends to be that these students become the school leaders.
And they can also do the sports, right?
Right. Sports clubs, everything is available to all students in the building. AP Prep students tend to gravitate towards HOSA and DECA.
That looks like all the questions.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, how's our time? So we are 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock, so that's probably the time I should sign off and say thank you very much for coming today and for asking all your wonderful questions. We really hope to see you in the fall, and if you have any questions about anything you've seen here or heard, you can get in touch with the school. Karina Dupuis is our head of student services, and she can answer questions. She can direct questions to me, and I can answer them for you. I did also want to say we were having some technology problems, but we have student testimonials and a testimonial from a parent, if that's what you're interested in. I am going to find a place to post those along with the recording from this workshop, from this session. So I really encourage you sometime this week to come onto the school website and find your way to our student testimonials, because they are the best voice for the benefits of this program for their learning and their futures. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope to see you in the fall.